Hello Noddies. In our previous video, we learned about serial in, serial out and serial in parallel out shift registers, where the data always entered serially. But what if we want to choose between two different inputs before sending the data into a circuit? That's exactly where a multiplexer or simply MUX comes into the picture. A multiplexer acts like an electronic switch. It has multiple inputs, one output, and a select signal that decides which input should reach the output. Today, we will look at three different ways of implementing a 2x1 MUX and finally see why the transmission gate MUX is one of the most designer preferred one. So if you are here only for the transmission gate based MUX, you can just go to this time frame and continue watching this video. Before jumping into the circuit, let's quickly recall what a 2x1 multiplexer does. A multiplexer has two input I0 and I1 and one select line and one output. If S is 0, the output becomes I0. If S is 1, the output becomes I1. So mathematically, we can give it in this form. Let's start with the most straightforward implementation. Using the Boolean algebra, the circuit can be implemented using AND, OR and NOT gates. The major advantage of using this kind of circuit is that it has a robust logic operation, full voltage swing and excellent noise margin. But the downside is that it requires more transistor, occupies more silicon area and generally consumes more power. And another popular implementation is only using the NAND gates. This is useful because many digital standard cell libraries are heavily NAND based, making the design more modular and reusable. But the drawback is that it consumes higher power and occupies larger area and offers more delay due to the parasitics. Now finally, let's look at the transmission gate implementation. A transmission gate consists of both NMOS and PMOS connected in parallel, driven by the complementary signals. When the select signal is high, one transmission gate turns on and connects one input to the output. And when the signal gets low, the other transmission gate turns on and connects the other input to the output. The implementation has several advantages. It offers smaller area, faster operation, lower power consumption, lower parasitic capacitance, and fewer transistors. The drawbacks are the on resistance isn't exactly constant, and the practical transmission gates still have some non-ideal characteristics depending on the operating conditions. And even with these limitations, this is the implementation most commonly used in practical VLSI designs because of its excellent speed and area efficiency. Finally, let's verify its operation using the waveform. Initially, the select signal is high and the output just follows A input. And when the select signal goes low again, the output immediately switches back to B. So the waveform perfectly matches the truth table of the 2x1 multiplexer. Now let's try to simulate it in Cadence. So this is my final transmission gate multiplexer circuit, and here from this you can see I have sandwiched a NMOS and PMOS, and you should never forget to connect the bulk of the PMOS with 1 volt, and we usually ground the bulk of NMOS. So here I have grounded the bulk of the NMOS. So this is the final circuit. Here for simulation purpose I have set the period as 100 micro and pulse width as 50 micro for my select pin, and period as 50 micro and 25 micro for my A input, and period as 25 micro and pulse width as 12.5 micro for my B input. Check and save. Just ignore the warning. Launch ADL. Now choose your analysis as strands, and here I am giving my stop time to be 100 micro. Here select your input and select pins and select your output. Run your simulation. So from this graph we can clearly see when the select pin is 1, the output just follows the A signal, and when the select pin goes to 0, the output starts to follow the B signal. So here our 2x1 MUXes work perfectly. And that's all for today's video Noddies. So that's how a 2x1 multiplexer works. So in this video, we focus mainly on the transmission gate implementation because it's the version we will be using in our upcoming designs. In the next video, we will use this transmission gate MUX to build the parallel in parallel out and parallel in serial out shift registers. So stay tuned. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. So until then, keep learning, keep building and keep simulating.